eBay nightmare, seller goes postal, police gets involved. True story. This story is my true account of an issue I had with a seller on eBay back in 2015. I am new to Reddit, so I figured now was as good a time as any to tell my story. A few years back, I purchased a small squeeze bottle of my favorite natural rice milk lotion on a popular auction site called eBay. I purchased my lotion and the seller shipped out fast. Cool. This specific lotion was always out of stock and I hadn't been able to find it for some time now, so you can't imagine how excited I was to find it too good to be true discount on eBay for the full-sized bottle. I have since become more cautious. For reference, the usual price not during the holidays for this lotion was around $50. I only was ever able to afford it during the holidays, and this was mid-June, so I figured I had really scored big time at $10 less than the sale price. I just figured they had old stock they were trying to get rid of before the dates expired. Oh, how wrong I was. A week goes by, and I receive my lotion in the mail. Let me stop here and inform everyone that I have severe allergies to most lotions, shampoos, and fragrances. But if the lotion is made all natural with real essential oils and no harsh chemicals, my skin doesn't react at all. I have eczema. I blame my childhood self of drowning my skin in Bath and Body Works for my abrupt adult allergies to benzenes and other similar 15-letter plus chemical ingredients. But I digress. Am fine, lol. So I get the lotion in the mail and immediately put it in the fridge to chill. I notice there are no other packaging or letters to accompany the lotion. Not a big deal, but having 15 years on eBay as first a seller, then a buyer. Sellers usually are really big about giving thank you cards and not so much just chucking the merchandise into a box with no protection. It's highly encouraged to get yourself out there and protect everything in bubble wrap as a part of the packing instructions. The red flag, triangular flag. I quickly noticed that the return address had been cut off of the shipping label with scissors. Okay, that's bad considering if I needed to return the merchandise and eBay for some reason doesn't work with me or the seller doesn't have returns and the system refuses my return, I wouldn't be able to return it for my money back if it were, say, expired. Or not as described. They would just tell me to try and work it out with the seller. And more often than not, you get ghosted if they are being dishonest anyway. So I take the lotion out of the fridge, and I pop the cap. There is no safety seal in place, triangular flag. I tell myself, this lotion has always had a safety seal, against my better judgment, and I already know this was stupid, but at the time I wasn't fully on the this seller has duped me train yet. I squeeze a small dollop of lotion out onto my fingers and fully expecting the fragrance of medicinal essential oils to hit me, I was met with, nothing. Nothing. I wipe off the lotion onto some paper towels now concerned. This lotion was also a lot thinner than normal. That's when I realize there is a smell, but it is very faint. Almonds. Cherries? Damned if it wasn't Jergens. A dollar store lotion I often used to get but had developed a severe allergy to in the past few years. That is when I notice my fingers starting to itch and burn in painful pinpoint areas on my fingertips. I hadn't washed my hands. I drop the lotion bottle on my bed and run for the bathroom sink, dousing my hands in cold water and rewashing them as the tissue under my fingernails begins to flare. After my small panic attack in the bathroom, I come back, take 2 Benadryl and sit and think. I angrily toss on a glove from a hair color kit I had, and toss the lotion back into the box. I have my husband tape it back up. I use my good hand and start scrolling through my order history, landing on the lotion sale. I scold myself for not looking at the seller history before ordering, my tired lapse in judgment getting the better of me. I go through and find multiple negative feedback where the seller had all but insulted every negative feedback given. They always had something to say to try and cover themselves. Batch inconsistency excuses, blaming the buyer for their mailbox being in the sun multiple times for different reviews, etc. Having the experience I do with wonky eBay sellers, I start with pictures. My hand, now fully flared. The item, with no seal and laid in its box. I typed out my findings as clearly as possible, and the seller immediately rebutted with a clear buyer's remorse case and somehow had the case dismissed. I then attempted to appeal, but was told eBay's decision was final and automated. I messaged the seller asking why they refused my return request, and was met with the sobering response, "You can return the item at your own expense anytime you like," smiling face with smiling eyes, and I was then ghosted. I responded with my explanation, and a photo on the shipping label with his address cut out. No one ever replied. The next night, I respond steaming with the rage of a woman who has been wronged at this point, with "If you wish to play with my health, then we will play your game, sir. Good luck." I get a response less than 2 minutes later, swearing me out and, for lack of a better word, calling me every feminine insult in the book, in the most foul of wording possible. And generally just mocking me in general. I received 10 emails through eBay of him egging me on to "What's the matter? F asterisk 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 C asterisk 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 you want do sh asterisk asterisk." At this time it is clear to me that this seller has an obvious mental problem and I have the biggest ball in my court. You can't swear on eBay. So I screenshot all of my messages and add them to my for later folder, and I then contact eBay customer service, this time during business hours. I'm met with a very nice lad who I then invite to take a look at my messages in the eBay system. He obliges, and 5 minutes later am met with a chat message in a very serious tone apologizing on behalf of the entire eBay team for their negligence in this situation. And the same spiel of "This is not how we want our customers treated on eBay." I am then told that my chat has been noted and a report has been made on my behalf, and am given a link to also report the seller myself in my own words. I am then offered my money back on eBay's behalf. I mull it over and ask, is this money coming from the original sale back from the seller, or from eBay? And he responds with, "From eBay, ma'am." I immediately respond with, "I would like to ask PayPal first." I told him it was the principle of the matter, that I was looking for justice and not money at this point. And he kindly accepts and says that if I need eBay to step in and refund me, that all I need to do is come back and give them the reference number he then provided me. And he wished me luck, lol. I then report the seller through eBay and flag all of our messages. My petty revenge. I take my folder of photos and email screenshots over to PayPal. I've been with them for years and they have never allowed this type of behavior. And yes, the crazies of eBay are in fact becoming more and more popular these days. I find my transaction and start a case. I give them everything, including the notes from all of the emails I received. I then report the seller there as well, and lie in wait. He emails me through my PayPal address a week later. I receive a string of insults a mile long, calling me a liar. I was told very obscene things, and he signed the email very specifically with "if asterisk 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 your mother, if asterisk 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 your Allah." I promise you, I cannot make this crap up. I first had to Google who Allah was. For context, I'm a 30-year-old mother from the South, and I'm a bit confused at this point because I have no idea who this is coming from, and I have no friends who'd prank me like this, and the only person eBay pissed off at this point was Mr. eBay. I have a pretty good idea. The email is a throwaway Gmail account, and I immediately block and report it as junk, taking screenshots first. I'd love to leave it there, but I did, however, being in my late 20s and not being able to take anything seriously at the time, sent back a single GIF with the vampire from the movie 30 Days of Night, saying "No God." I have a sick sense of humor when met with violence. I receive a quick response from PayPal less than 48 hours later after my claim, informing me that the appropriate action has been taken with unit number and they take actions of fraud very seriously. I was not allowed to know what came of the seller, but their eBay account has since been terminated. This dude goes postal IRL. I get a letter in the mail 2 weeks later. My address is handwritten, with no return address. The words are simple, and have been typed out: if asterisk 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 your mother, if asterisk 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 your Allah, and nothing else. Unrelated, I've received my refund from PayPal at this point, which had to involve PayPal forcibly removing the funds from his account. I take photos of the letter, I then pull his address from his seller/shop profile on PayPal, and then take the screenshot of the email I received, as well as the photo of the shipping label that had been cut on. The address is in LA. I then email LAPD and send them the photos and screenshots and tell them I'm afraid for my life. I was thanked for my email, but due to certain laws I was not allowed to be made privy to the outcome of this ongoing investigation. OMG, there's an ongoing investigation. And that's where it ended. This was honestly terrifying for me, and it's made me a lot more careful to read negative feedback on eBay before I buy anything. Especially if the price is too good to be true, or the seller is mouthing off in response / seems confrontational. Please also know that I am not insulting, nor have I ever insulted anyone else's religious beliefs. 2 hearts.